Today I am joined with James and we're going to be talking about semantic triple factoids. It's a bit of a mouthful, but I'm going to let James explain it and I'll obviously expand a little bit more on it.
Yeah, so obviously a semantic triple is where you have a subject, predicate and object, or subject, verb and object, or an entity, attribute and value, and it falls part of microsemantics. This is how Google is able to connect nodes, edges, nodes, and this is kind of how the knowledge graph is all formed and put together. A factoid is a piece of unreliable information that when it's repeated so many times, it becomes factual. So, in my opinion, a semantic triple factoid is the equivalent of PageRank for the LLMs. I'm saying it again. A semantic triple factoid is the equivalent to link juice or PageRank for ranking in AI overviews. That is what you need to start getting to get GEO, AI optimization, whatever you want to call it, LLM optimization. You need semantic triple factoids.
So can you explain a little bit more? Because obviously you mentioned that if something is mentioned on your website, but it's not mentioned numerous times, it's kind of like a loose end, if you will.
Yeah, for
How,
sure.
how how can people get it repeated multiple times? Is there a strategy? Is there a way?
Absolutely, there's a strategy for this, right? So I'll give some of the strategy away. So basically, what you need to be doing is what Jason Barnard calls the infinite loop of self-corroboration. There's a video in the description if you're not certain what that is. It's important for you to understand that. That's everything that Jason Barnard talks about with the brand SERP, who's the brand SERP guy. He owns Cube and stuff like that. And this is where you've got first party, second party, and third party sources. So on the first party, that's your website saying who you are, what you do, and who you serve. So that could be James Dooley is the founder of FatRank. James Dooley is the founder of Promo SEO. James Dooley lives in Manchester. James Dooley is an entrepreneur. These are all semantic triples, right? And the more times where the factoid comes into it is the more times you then get that on second party. So on Reddit forums and stuff like that, on guest posts that you might have contributed to, but then on third party, where someone has spoken about you, and this is where someone speaks about you when you're not in the room, right? So this is somebody else saying who you are and what you do and potentially how great that you are. So it could be a review of one of my brands and then mentioning who I am, where I'm based, and all this hyper-specific data about me as an individual. And the more times that information is repeated, i.e. the infinite loop of self-corroboration, the more times that's repeated on the internet is like the more times you get in backlinks. And it all comes down to the volume of information that's repeated that gets the confidence score up, ideally gets, if you are a brand, a knowledge graph machine ID within Google, and that feeds into the knowledge vault. All this massively helps with ranking in the LLMs.
So what one thing, and then we'll end the video. You're obviously talking a lot about entity-centric writing. So you've mentioned James Dooley is the founder of Promo SEO. Why is it bad? And I see this a lot, right? But I want your aggressive take on it. But why is it bad when people say James is the founder of Promo SEO, or actually even worse, James is the founder of a SEO company? Why is that bad?
So this is horrendous, right, for disambiguation, right? So who's James? Who the F is James? Like who is he? Like, they've no idea. It doesn't matter if the title tag says James Dooley. James Dooley is the founder of Promo SEO. Not James is the founder of a company. What company? Right? Feed it the information of what it needs. The nodes need edges. The edges are the relationship between the entities. The semantic triples is, like you said, the subject, the predicate, the object, the subject, the verb, the object, the entity, the attribute, the value. You've got to write it in a format that the algorithms can understand. And that's where then, when you was asking before of where you can do this, you can do this on business listings that people are already buying, citations, press releases, guest posts. If you're going to get niche edits, make certain you all around the content, you're getting all the information about, not just adding a link in. But these semantic triples are changing them factoids into being from being an assumption to being facts within the LLMs is what's needed in today's algorithm. It's so important. And the amount of people that get it wrong saying, he did this, I did this. Who's I and who's he? Who's we? Start getting in the brand in that semantic triple. Otherwise, you're not feeding the algorithms of what's needing to be fed.
Yeah, so that has been our heated video, I suppose, on semantic triple factoids. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. And I'm sure we will probably have... Do we have an article live on FatRank?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
We'll also link that in the description as well so you can read that. Thanks for watching.